Walk in the spirit and you're not of the law. Walk in the spirit and be filled with his love. Be filled with the spirit and be drunk on his mind. Be filled with the spirit like we're born out of time. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine wine. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine, fine wine. Put off the old man and put on the new. Infused with a new heart and a new attitude. The Lord fills the temple as his fingers his praise. His love endures forever in the ancient of days. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine wine. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine, fine. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine wine. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine, fine wine. Filled with his first fruits, I've lost track of time. Filled with his first fruits, now my mind comes online. Love's always patient, but it's always kind. Never self-seeking, it will go in your time. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine wine. Give me wine. Oh, my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Give me wine. Woo. Give me fine, fine wine. Give me wine. Give me fine, fine, fine
starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, everybody. Here we go. Episode 41st edition of the Community Pulse. Welcome, everybody. And we're in for another spectacular show. I'm really excited about this one. And I will shout out my Aunt Rose because if she's not here already, she will be watching this on replay first thing in the morning. She's a big fan of Joe and Barrie Glenn. And so, as you all know by now, tonight's featured co host is Folk Punk and Viv Sparrow. And our featured artist is Joe and Barrie Glenn. I need some light and I need my glasses. That opening song was Sonic Grace. It's a fantastic channel. Please go check it out. One of the most inspirational channels I've ever come across. I love everything they put out. They had another one out this morning. Gussie Wells, great to see you. They had another one out this morning as well. Please go check out Daniel, good friend of the community. I met him through Hetriani, Lori, and Gary Hubbs. A great artist and a fantastic band. What do we got? We start off the show with the notable music streaming channels. These are the channels that you saw in the introduction. Without these channels, many of our music would not have been heard out there. They spend many hours putting together lists of our songs to be played and featured. And we start off with Metalhead Hippie every Friday night at 4 p.m. He runs till about 8:30, 9 o'clock sometimes. He's got the 907 Global Music Co-op. All you have to do, to those of you who haven't, anybody that's watching on replay, all you have to do is email Metalhead Hippie. Let him know what region you're in, what part of the world you're at, and he'll make sure he slots you into a suitable time so that you're able to listen and watch the response from the beautiful people in his community. Pete Johns has his show called Your Music Live. It's every Sunday at 5 p.m. right now due to daylight saving time. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. All you have to do is visit Pete John's channel. You'll see the links being posted. Fill out a form, hit submit. It's that simple. He'll play your song. And that was actually the first channel that I had ever submitted music to, and got to meet all these other fantastic channels and all you beautiful people out there. Thomas Christ, very similar to Pete Johns and Metalhead Hippie, where Thomas will start at 5 p.m. Every Wednesday. His show's called You Rock. Thomas also will sit for about 4 hours to play our music and get our music heard out there. Same deal. Go to Thomas's channel, fill out a form, hit submit. It's that simple. Yeah. Every Thursday we have Jade Starr. Now Jade, she does an incredible job at interviewing people, a little different than what we do here. A lot more tight, a lot more. Jade's been doing this for years. Every Thursday, she has live interviews. I'm not sure who's on this Thursday, but please go check out Jade's channel. I was on her show, I think it was 2022, I'm going to say in September. Independent Many United every Friday at 8 p.m. Indy is a real close friend of mine. Every Friday she has a show. It's flip. So 1 week she'll have talk for a couple hours and then music for a couple hours. Just show up in the stream. She'd be more than happy to play your song if time permits. Early bird gets the worm. And I think this week it'll be music and then talk. I'm not exactly sure, but please go visit Indy's channel every Friday at 8 p.m. Chad Freeman, Ham Sunday on Sunday, every Sunday at 10 p.m. Chad, too, will play our music. All you have to do is email Chad, just go visit the channel, and it's just that simple. If you want your music heard, this is all you have to do. Tom Larson, Amy Wallace, great to see you, Amy. Another fantastic Canadian we had on the show not long ago. And then we have 15th Bend, who's on holidays right now. 15th Bend will be back in just three or four more weeks. I think middle of January is the target. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. Indie Music Rollercoaster is on. A fantastic show. Once again, please go check it out. Top-notch production. All you have to do is submit a song to 15th Bend, go visit the channel, and yeah, hope he's having a good time out there. I'm not sure if he's going to watch us on replay. Of course he is. So hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, so before we continue, if you noticed on the top of the chat, and there goes my voice again, on the top of the chat, every week we have a featured channel. This week's feature channel is a really amazing individual. I've had the pleasure of meeting through Pete John's channel. He goes by the name of Unshackled Spirit, and his name is Sal Caruso, if you didn't know. Sal writes some pretty amazing tunes. He's been around the music industry for many years. And I put together a little montage for him. It will go live it went live at 7:15. So please go check it out. Please follow the link that's being provided at the top of the chat. It'll remain there for the show's entirety. And yeah, let's play a little montage that we created for Sal. And thank you, DJ Big Red and Folk Punk, for all your help on this one. And all of them. And did I mention he's Sicilian?
I'll never get this across, what I'm trying to say. The city is metaphor, man, it's spiritual space. Let me take you to my old town, where the summer leaves me down. Did I really make you out of my own mind? I can't say. I remember the day you were born. It was a sunny day and the day was long. We were swimming by the riverside. Then we gathered stones to make a nighttime. Yeah, just like the wind, where the spirit goes, I will follow. Like the blood on the wing, live for today, not for tomorrow. Shadows are searching for a miracle rising at the crossroads of life. Just give me free, set me free, get me days, all the leaves have fallen down, trees are skeletal remains. The autumn What can I say that hasn't been said? I said it before, so I say it again.
Love you, Sal. That's just amazing. Your music, everything you do, and you're such a big supporter in all these communities. You don't miss a beat out there. You're a fantastic individual, an amazing musician. Glad to call you friend, brother. And yeah, like I said at the beginning, and he's Sicilian. So please, folks, he also has a BANDCAMP channel. Please offer up some support. And if you haven't already, I'm sure most of you in the chat has already supported. All right, so let's continue on with this show. You know, I just had to double check to see if I actually hit live. And I did. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to bring on our two artists. Not many people know, a few of you already know, that Rosanna Jacket is actually a collaboration between folk punk and Viv Sparrow. They've started this wonderful collaboration of just beautiful sounds and music, and I'm looking forward to listening to more. And I'm going to bring them on stage right now. I wanted to be the spoiler to let everybody know that, yes, Rosanna Jacket is folk punk and Viv Sparrow. And maybe I should unmute. There we go.
How you doing?
Hey guys.
How we doing?
We're working on the backstory, kind of, as we develop this project, and one of the versions might be when we realized, and this is something that, you know, we're written language and spoken, our grandmother's name was Rose. So
Awesome.
we each had a grandmother named Rose, but we were thinking, maybe we could play it off like, you know, we're descendants of this performer, and we discover material that she had left behind, and tries to answer, you know, why she left the business after she had, you know, broke onto the scene in the festivals and things, and then just kind of went away. And that might be the narrative that we're developing.
Yeah.
Well, I think your music is absolutely beautiful. I've had the privilege and the honor of getting some sneak peeks at what you both do, starting with your rendition of New World.
Well, and that was actually the first.
Yeah.
Well, no, Indigo was the first, but Indigo was in embargo, waiting for the charity album to come out.
Yeah.
So the first publicly released. But in the story, that collab there with you was her point in her career where she was playing to these large festivals for peace and love. If you want to think Woodstock or whatever, we're not going to name it, but, you know, so that kind of, I guess the story starts in media res. It starts in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
that
tonight
was so well articulated. Thank you for that. Yes.
Well, it changes every time we do something new, but
I laugh because it did from the beginning.
well, we have to make sense of tonight's song from Rosanna Jacket, and
Yes.
Yeah.
why, when she was performing on these world stages, and then we know from material that already came out that she finds herself near the end of her life, in a
This
memory
can be very
care facility.
confusing if people are only half listening.
So they'll have to go back and look at Rosanna's channel because it'll all make sense.
Yeah, or maybe throw something in the description.
Yeah, so it's all coming. The book, it's kind of like Pink Floyd's The Wall, where the movie came out after the album. So
Yes.
the album comes out, and then we'll make up the movie afterwards.
Yes, and the songs are kind of shaping the concept of what the heck this whole thing is anyway. So, and they haven't all been written yet, so.
And then once the songs shape that concept that probably doesn't really exist, will soon exist.
Yes.
Or it does exist, but we haven't fully tapped into it yet to express it.
We
Perfect.
could all get on a crystal spaceship that's purple with cows that are spinning, and who knows, right? What could happen next?
I love it. Whatever you guys are doing, you're doing fantastic. We do have a beautiful song that you both chose, and yeah. Why don't you introduce it and tell us a little bit
What are you
about
gonna
it?
say, JJ?
So I think we can be honest that you sent me a song that was a demo, and I had been mowing the lawns that day and hadn't really consumed much water, and I think I had heat stroke, and then I slammed like 3 lattes, and I sat down with an idea to make like a grand piano part on the MIDI keyboard to go along with what you had sent, but somehow, like I was in a seance, I went somewhere else and became a young lady. And in that space, what I came up with seemed to make your scratch vocals of the demo the only possible vocals that could work for this particular scene that your demo gave me so vibrantly that it was a video playing in my head. And that's the video we've gone with for this, so it'll probably make sense of why we use such an unvarnished, pure, unconditional love sounding vocal for what, at least in my experience, there's only one context that could ever be that.
Yes. Beautifully spoken.
Lovely.
Punk, you speak in poetry, man. Seriously.
He does,
you do.
doesn't he?
Yes. Yes.
That's why I send everything to him before I publish it. All right. Between him and Shauna, they're my publicists. All right. Let's play it. And the song is titled, I have it here. It's titled Where the Dragons Sleep. Let's play it.
One-way flight, one direction home. What a lonely night to leave alone. With all the things, babe, I just couldn't see. You look so beautiful on that day as we slinch you through the darkness and aim for the stars. I pray I'll land on the one you wished on. Love, let me love you. Let me be the one you fall for. In the wake of the morning, I'll surrender to the dawn. Can you hear my love? sleeps, our hearts he'll keep tonight. I used to drive fast when I was young, a country girl with tomboy blood. The sun shine through the clouds, would make crosses on the hills. Shadows of religion cradled my sins, and when the bow broke, you fell from the sky like an angel. You fell into my life. We walked the concrete steps to the monuments built to be remembered, but how time forgets. Oh, pretty babe, if my heart was a song, you're in every line, even the ones I played wrong. Love, let me love you, let me be the one you fall for. In the wake of the morning, I'll surrender to the dawn. Can you hear my love calling? Where the dragon sleeps, our hearts he'll keep tonight. Where the dragon sleeps, sleep. Where the dragon sleeps home. Where the dragon sleeps, our hearts will beat tonight.
Wow. How beautiful.
That's all Viv. That's all Viv, and a little bit of this young teenage girl Rosanna that I somehow channeled.
Well,
unbelievable.
But the production and what you took it to a different level, right? I mean, I sent you the raw, and it really was just a raw song. I mean, I was just sitting in, I think it was a living room somewhere. So, but you added such beautiful orchestration in the back. So it took it to a different level.
It's amazing. There are lines in that song that I still get choked up for. That every line in my heart. That. Oh yeah, I can't even recite it because it just. Yeah, and it was a song that you wrote as a song that would be more of a romantic love song, but the emotive quality that you created pushed it to my ears to a level of unconditional love, beyond the love of a mom holding her newborn for the first time in a delivery room. I can't think of a situation more unconditional than that.
And then you just spent the night in a trance, like creating all kinds of sounds, right, behind it. Is that what happened?
Obviously not a grand piano. There's nothing that sounds like a grand piano in there. It turns out sounding like a mobile that hangs over a baby's crib.
Yeah.
And obviously that was all somewhere I was channeling that. That
but
was
with
not.
like certain little spots on the mobile, like microphoned, like amplified, so it was capturing like little tiny wisps of things.
Yep. Yeah.
Just gets crazier and
Absolutely
crazier.
beautiful.
So that's an explanation possibly of why Rosanna took some time away from the business, because she had a family.
Yes.
But
Once again,
that's-
everybody's going to get really confused.
Yeah.
That's okay. It'll be like something brand new when it finally is all finished.
Yes.
Who says that? I had to make an alphabet book when I was in teacher training, and I didn't see the necessity to make it alphabetical, like in order.
Yeah.
Like, why does it have to start with the letter A and end with the letter Z? Well, why don't we start with the more common letters or something? So, yeah, when we're writing a story, why do we have to start with chapter 1?
Absolutely. Yes.
Love it.
Love
Thanks
it.
for confusing me.
You're awesome. Yes.
I'm shaking my head. All right. So I'm going to do a couple shout outs and then bring on our featured artist. The Community Pulse playlist I forgot to make live. We will post it, and I will take a chance on going live in a few seconds. I'll go in the back end. But yeah, so this week we've had some, once again, amazing premieres, a lot of which have been Christmas specials. And we will touch on next week's Christmas special that we have lined up. And still a secret because we don't know exactly what we're doing yet. Just gave that away, didn't I? So yeah, we'll start off with my most recent premiere that just came out a few minutes ago. I appreciate everybody that was in the at the premiere. Love you all. Thank you. Yeah, that was based on a little poem I wrote thinking of my dad and turned it into a song. So yeah, this Christmas. Rose Ackerman, Wendigo, Sam Jarrell cover. Matthias Prokowski is recovering from a little issue he had, but he's doing really well. He says it was treatable and everything's good. And still, hearts and prayers go out to Matt. He's an amazing individual. And he wrote that song and released it just as a memory at the moment that he was in. It was just beautiful. Joe and Barrie Glenn, Wexford Carol. Please go check out that. And those are, they are our featured artists. Elisabetta Materazzi, all the way from Italy, another friend of mine from Italy. She's a beautiful, beautiful singer. Please go check it out. Very operatic. And Viv, there's a channel you would really...
Yeah, I was going to actually ask later, but you said it, since you said it now, if you could repeat the name, because I was...
Yeah, we'll send you the link.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
Yes, that works better. Yes, thank you.
Frank Mel, Dritter Advent, Son of Snake, Circle in a Square, Pole Vault, I Can't Fly, Vintage Tone. Patrick Lauren did a real nice thing for a friend of his, Charles Conley, did an album review, a nice little montage of the complete album. Beautiful stuff. Brian Drums, Johanna Lynn, Scary Garcia, Mary, our good friend from Italy. She's also in the chat. She did a beautiful video to a classic Stairway to Heaven Zeppelin cover for sure. Dell, First Step, Ian Luckett, and Jerry Gomes. Folk Punk, you had some real cool things to say about that. How beautiful how they both have that David Bowie flash, and yet they come together and come up with an amazing rendition of I'm Afraid of Americans. And so are Canadians right now. Dynamite Throw, Into the Ether, Live to Fly channel, Circle of Steel. Amazing job, David. And Laurie's Mishmash, My Immortal, an Evanescence cover. An absolute beautiful song. I'm going to stop there so we can bring on our featured artist, and that is Joe and Barrie Glenn, who are waiting patiently in the back. So let's add them to the stage.
Oh.
Joe and
hi.
Barrie.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
So nice to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, this is really exciting. As I said earlier, you are my aunt's favorite of all
It's nice.
people on YouTube.
Even more than her nephew.
Even more than her nephew, maybe. If I say yes, she's probably going to get on the phone and call me. But
As much as her nephew.
as much as her nephew. And I absolutely, since the first day, I'm going back, I guess nearly 4 years ago, I don't think I've missed any one of your songs. You're absolutely, both of you are
Bless you.
absolute gem. And you had a new release today on Bandcamp. I still hadn't had a chance to purchase it. I ran out of time at work. to come back here. I saw it just as I was Xing out of my
like
email.
It's not
Yeah.
good. You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, but every little bit helps. As Metalhead Hippie said, even if it's for, guitar strings, every little bit helps. And it does cost
There's no
to,
cost on it. It was a freebie. If you want to give it to charity, you can.
Well, how many strings do you need for the the octave mandolin? Was
they're
it?
both 8 strings.
Okay.
8 strings.
and I'm sure those are really expensive too.
Well-
they can be. I mean, I buy the cheap ones, but they can be.
It's our only vice.
Yeah, we don't do very much. This is basically what we do for fun.
So that
and,
Christmas album,
mental
if you
health.
want to buy, give it to charity.
Beautiful.
I think that's the impression that many of us have watching your videos, is that this is what you guys do at home for fun. Is you sit around and
Yeah.
play.
We nearly kill each other, but it is for fun. Doing it.
Yeah, it gets
As
a bit
long as
tense
no
at
one's
times.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine you play even when you're not recording. Do you find that it's more fun if you're just playing to play rather than a recording or a show you're doing, just playing, sitting around in the living room?
Yeah, I get in there, just about every day and tinker about, but we don't play out anywhere anymore.
Not at the moment. It might still. You never know. But sometimes the stuff we did in the living room before GarageBand, before we could actually add on our own instruments, that was fun. We had to keep playing it till we got it right and then record it. And it had to be obviously one take, and that was it. And any imperfections we knew nothing about because you couldn't sort out the tracks.
Oh, there's still a few in there.
Kind of all embedded.
And if you do go out to perform again, you have to let me know where,
Oh,
because you're not far.
well,
Then Hamilton.
I think I mentioned the last time we went out to perform, we didn't get to perform and we caught COVID instead.
Oh,
And that's after, just as you thought it was safe to go back in the water, Yeah, but,
Didn't you say you had just purchased a new PA system or something? Planning on?
we did. We bought a PA system.
Oh, way back.
And thinking that we would find a little,
Cafe to play in,
to
venue.
play in, maybe once a week. But then COVID came along.
China shut us all down, did it not?
So we used to just set the PA up in the living room, stick the iPad underneath, above one of the speakers, and play. That's what we did. And
Didn't know anything about GarageBand at that time.
no, we didn't know.
Well, I did know about it way back, and then I didn't know what to do with it, so that was that.
Well, we got an interface, and it had
It had two basses.
two basses, and we brought that up and went, ugh.
I wondered why it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. It didn't have actually anything.
There's just a lot of colours and lines. We took it back. This doesn't work.
They both look moron. Anyway,
Well, obviously you figured out what to do with it now.
Oh, Joe figured it out.
that was Pete Johnson.
Yeah.
We got to figure things out really the first time. And then Jade Starr. Those are the first two people that we
I still go in there and then it's Joe, what's this happening here? And she comes in, she goes tap 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 tap. I still that.
It's not, no. I'm not clever.
So you're cleverer than I am. So,
I'm more persistent.
yeah.
All right. I think that's how it started, really. We got to playing through GarageBand was with Pete Johnson and Jade Starr.
Yeah. And then
Told us what to do.
and then there were the communities that
Then
we
we
could
got the
submit
community.
songs to. So it gives us something to work for.
GarageBand community and
And,
record release. You would go and ask questions.
music has always been fun for us. And on the odd occasion we've made money out of it. That's been bonus.
Made a living, not much of a living, but We used to busk as well.
Yeah, we used to busk. When the kids needed shoes, we'd go stand on the corner and busk.
Shoes, just put them on.
Using the old pair of shoes in front.
Well, and was that when you were in South Africa or in Canada?
This is when we're in England.
In England.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I used to busk in Canada too. And I used to get people come up to me and
Go
say,
back, go home.
some of you say, very nice. And they put the dog's lead round my ankle and say, could you look after the little bonza there? While and others used to come up and say, why don't you go back to where you came from?
Oh.
I'm here.
One person came up and said, don't get welfare, take your kids. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Because they would be sitting there. We give them a bag of crisps and a Coke and they'd be happy. And we'd play.
See, you see, all you Americans out there, not all Canadians are nice.
Well, I think it was.
They were great.
Yeah.
I think it was Jade this weekend on her show, The Rant.
Oh, yeah,
She was about making $500 in like 4 hours busking on a Saturday.
We never busted. She said she busted for 5 hours or 6 hours sometimes. I don't think we stayed out there.
I think
that
we only
long.
did an hour, as long as the kids could take.
Yeah, as long-
Yeah, the bag of crisps won't last that long.
No.
Then it's a cream donut from Tim Hortons.
But it was a way of practicing. Come on, we used to
Yeah.
find cello players and they're practicing their repertoire. Wow. Yeah,
It's-
students
it's-
do it all the time.
It's quite an honourable occupation in England.
Yeah, you're giving something for the money, right?
Yeah.
I used to bust down one end of the alleyway, and up the other end there was a violin, viola, and cello. Really nice.
Did you ever find yourself jamming with the other musicians that were?
No, they
No.
were a little,
No.
bit,
Okay.
little bit out of our league.
Oh.
we just sort of played folky stuff, and they were into the classics. But I used to go down and give it a listen.
There's lots of buskers, especially in Reading.
Well, Frank, are you going to do some shout outs, or are you holding the paper for the first song?
No. I can do some. Let me do a couple shout outs and then we're going to get right into the first song.
Okay.
So we're going to continue with UF Sibaba. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I met this artist on Thomas's channel. A fantastic song he just released the other day.
It's a family band, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. They're just fantastic. Please go check out this new artist that we're introducing here tonight. He came onto my channel a few weeks ago. This song's called It's Been So Long. Great stuff. Paula Benson, the wonderful Paula Benson, has been busy this week. She's had a few tracks. Please go visit her. Rain released a song, So Ambiguous. 11 Drums. Doorway into Music, and Patrick Clemens put out a track called Reflections. Absolute beauty. Drew the Genius, Tear-It. Folk and Blueser. We saw Folk and Blueser live at Grizzly's Bar. Great stuff, Folk and Blueser. Let's get some more of that. Forest of the Wolf, who I owe an email to. I'm looking forward to doing a collab with. Sonic Grace, who opened the show. As I said, they have another release that came out, I think, yesterday. Your Grace is Enough. Ricochet, Don't Follow, an Alice in Chains cover. Gussie Wells, a fantastic individual, also Canadian. Maria del Caribe. And Abe the Band put out an amazing song called What Child Is This? A beautiful cover. Tobias H. Reese, We Three Kings. Nippleback live at Anza Club. That was really cool with his wife. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Patty Fish, PJ Colby, Mistress for Christmas, an AC/DC full band cover. Linda Jean featuring Darby and Huddy. Christmas Time is Love. Wesley Media Hub, Music Zone. It's a great channel, keeps you up to date with what's going on in the pop industry around the world. Really cool stuff. Stephen Ewert, I hope you're doing well, brother. Put out, again, another busy week for Stephen, Floating By. Gary Schaefer, The Pickin' Pilot, Just Want to Be Alone. Rhodey's Jam Cave, Monster on the Loose, a fantastic track. Obsidian Snow, Everybody's Waiting for The Man with the Big Bag cover. Leroy's Musical Journey, They'll Know It's Christmas, and Scars and Shadows with The World Is Your Graveyard. So, yeah, let's get on to the first track of Joe and Barrie Glenn. Joe and Barrie Glenn sent me 5 songs. Folk Punk and Viv showed up and just threw that all away, and they picked their own songs. So
Well,
actually,
we kept a few.
Yes,
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
And Joe suggested it.
Yes,
Yeah,
she did.
yeah,
She did.
yeah.
Keep us
And-
in suspense.
Yeah. Great, then I won't tell you what's coming. So the first song they did choose is, do you want to introduce it?
Well, I
first
think
wanna
Viv.
Say, well, I just first want to say that it was very difficult to choose. Like I've been obsessively listening to their channel, and like everything is just like, oh my gosh, this is great. This is I messaged you. I'm like, how do I choose? So okay, the first song that I did, I think you guys actually sent it to us, but I kept it. It's Annabelle Lee, which is yes. So it's I mean, one of the most beautiful songs, I think. It's a poem by Edgar Allan Poe, but it was adapted into a song. And just the magical string work on this piece, and just the orchestration of all the instruments is just so beautiful. How you've performed it. So yes, this is. But Folk, can you add some to that?
Well, I know that it was a very meaningful track to you because of your love for Joan Baez, and you even had...
Okay, yes, I named my first cat after this song, so her name was Annabelle.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to say you named her Joe and Barrie Glenn.
Can you imagine? That's the next cat. Yeah, that'll be the next one.
Joni was
And-
amazing as well.
So, following up, you said you were busking and you were a little more of the folk nature than some of the classical artists that were also busking. This probably is this a song that you were doing that far back, or?
No, not really.
Not then. But I always wanted to do it. So with technology, I can do it.
There you go. So let's hear Annabelle Lee.
Yes.
Let's hear it. Annabelle Lee, Joe and Barrie Glenn.
It was many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived, whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. For she was a child and I was a child in this kingdom by that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this is the reason that long ago in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of the cloud, chilling my Annabelle Lee, so that her highborn kingsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in her sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. And the angels not so happy in heaven when envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling my Annabelle Lee. That the wind came out of the cloud by night, killing my Annabelle Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those that were older than we, of many far wiser than we, of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever the soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And the stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And all through the night I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in a sepulchre there by the sea, in a tomb by the sounding sea.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely beautiful.
Awesome. Somebody said if I heard Joe's voice on the street, I would just stop dead in my tracks. I mean, I feel the same way. I was saying to Joe when we spoke last week that her voice is so captivating and it's really unique, but at the same time, I hear like all of my favorite singers sort of wrapped into it. So it's like, but it still maintains like a very distinctive and unique quality to it. But I feel like I can hear influences. So I was asking her about her influences, and that was really neat to hear.
So what are they?
Yeah, what are they? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, of course I mute the guest. That's just what I do. Sorry.
And there's Sandy Denny.
Judy Collins.
Judy
I
Collins.
love her.
Judy
I
Collins.
love her voice. It's so because it's so. I don't know. It's so relaxing. Judy Collins is strong.
Denny Mitchell, of course.
Dead Mitchell.
Actually, there's a lot.
There's so many.
A lot of girls.
So many.
There's artists that I've never even presumed to be like. It's June Table.
That's the one.
Very deep voice. I loved her voice.
Oh.
Table.
And Denny. Shall I go on?
You had mentioned Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox. I love Annie Lennox. I wouldn't presume to be able to sing like that.
Very
But
powerful.
I
voice.
just love her voice. But there's many, yeah. Teenage, I think.
Lots of influences.
The outro of that tune, just a beautiful like weaving of the vocals at the end. Really pretty. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much.
I noticed that too. The way your vocals and the harmonies, there's a lilt to it that is delicate. You know, it's about an ocean. So I get these images of the little white cap foam that's delicate breaking on the top of the waves, and that's kind of with the lilt of your vocals, and then the string work. I mean, that's something that I'm always amazed at is when I listen to your work. You Barrie, you had this layer that sounded like one instrument, but it wasn't. It was the bass and the electric and the acoustic, and I think you had the octave mandolin in there as well.
Yeah.
It almost made like a harp kind of sound the way you blended them all together, mixed them and played them just masterfully.
Well, thank you very much. Now I'm blushing.
Is it something that in the studio, like you sort of just like you put something down and then you say, "Oh, I feel like I could hear this part over it," and so like you just get behind and
Yeah,
play.
it's definitely a busk. You put it down and then you play along with it. And if you asked me to play it again, I probably couldn't.
Right.
That's the
Interesting.
problem. Yeah. It's a problem with me harmonising. I never sing it twice. It's very difficult for me to do a straight vocal underneath. I'm working at it. I'm getting better. Jade pulled me up on.
And I do have to admit a mistaken impression that I had. Out of the 5 songs that we're going to have tonight, this is the only song that has a death.
Yeah.
A death.
Oh,
yeah.
really? There's
Yes.
not going to be a death count tonight?
Nope. Well, there's one that's it's questionable.
It's
But
questionable.
I'll let you know.
this is the only one out of the 5 that has a definitive, what I used to
Not
think
all
of,
our songs
a
have-
Joe and Barrie trademark.
I know. It's a traditional folk thing, isn't it?
That's what it is we have like 3 originals tonight and 2 folk traditionals. And I think that's where the reputation comes from, because
Yeah.
the material that you're covering, was representing something that was short, brutish, and hard.
I do
so-
like the ones.
They were kind of newspapers of the day, and the newspapers today only like to publish bad news. It's, good news doesn't get much reading.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So
Dirty laundry. Yeah, nobody likes good news.
No,
Well, however,
No.
one of the songs that we're going to hear at the end, the one of the original Joe and Barrie Glenn songs, is so joyful and has got so much like positivity and light to it. So I don't have that impression at all of them, being reporters of death and doom. But
I don't know. I can just start directly.
They're not the gangster rap of folk music.
I love it.
I blame Ron Ward.
Yeah, there's a guy we miss a lot. Hugh put in the chat, if you don't mind me throwing this, that Barrie plays like John Renburn.
Oh, if only.
Yeah.
That was the first record I bought out of my own money, and I swear he had 3 hands.
And which one? The
And the funny thing is, when Joe and I first started dating, you know, you go through people's books, you know. And see how it's gone then, That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So is he? I'm not familiar with that name either.
Well,
That's
it was with Pentangle, along with Bert Yance,
okay.
who is also really good. Yeah.
Very good. This is a mutual admiration society here. We are all amazed with each other. So, Frank, do you have some more amazing premieres that came out this week? Speaking of amazing,
yes. And we're gonna pick up number 45 with Mike Shaner, music, and Todd Pattison, Blue on Black, a Kenny Wayne Shepherd cover. Midnight Bandit, back with a vengeance. Mark Wade and the Amateurs, I Broke the Fourth Wall. Coleslaw Shaw, another great artist. Robbie Stingle, once again, been busy all week. Tremor Bear and Pete Johns. Tremor picked up one of Pete's songs and remixed it, I guess. And this one's titled An Illusion. Somebody fairly new to the community I met through Vince Janella. Great guitarist, fantastic guitarist, Anthony Ruffo. Please go check out Anthony. Michael, aka Zealand, another great Canadian artist. Love what Michael does with the spoken word. Just fantastic stuff. Dragon Snail Puppets, Ask Serinda. Choey G. Gary Hubbs, The House Records, Wrecker, volume number 61. A fantastic show, Gary, and really appreciate when you play the Ninth Gate shit. Love it. Melanie Choli, Synthworks, Oh Holy Night. Adam Holtz put out a couple tracks. This one's called Love and Music. D. Lynn, Christmas in Heaven, one of the winners of Hetriani's album giveaways last week. Jenny's Jazz Pop Cover Channel put out a Christmas cover, Jingle Bells. Take Two drum covers, Take a Picture, filter drum cover. Miss High, got a gorgeous voice. Just Wait, Blues Traveler cover. Tony McGreal, John Scher, David Joshua, another fantastic artist. He's in the chat, I believe. And we have Sticks for Guns, Evolve, Boomster Black, Kodo Ni, Small Town Girl, and Bob Clements, Perfect Christmas, and Cubic Lover 1972, Atheist Christmas. Fantastic track, Brian. Great stuff. Let us continue.
it's just crazy that we have really a small sliver of the globe that we, are. Yet 100 every week, brand new songs just from this little sliver. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
And I'm only able to shut out, like this week is 74 actual shutouts, but in the playlist that I forgot to make live, and I will after the show, there's over 120 different tracks. Yeah, it's just a beautiful community.
I guess these are all just sweet secrets to the rest of the world.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
What's that play?
Can anybody guess what the next song is? Nice segue. Love it.
I'm trying to keep us moving along, But yes, we do have an original that you call Sweet Secrets. It was written during the COVID lockdown, and it's dedicated to a dear friend of yours, David.
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, we're also members of a small sort of, virtual group, and that's which is local to us. And every other week they submit songs, but they have a theme. and the theme one week was secrets. So we started off and quite innocently, and then it morphed into this song about dementia, which is the cruelest.
It's also dedicated to David Williams, who was one of our band members, brilliant musician, a very lovely person. And he has late stage dementia. Radio, so I loved his hearing.
I know you guys have faded a little bit. In case people didn't hear that, this was
If you can turn it up just a little bit.
We're getting closer.
Oh yeah, but it was a dear friend who is now in his later stages of dementia.
Yes, well, we used to play together as four of us played together in South Africa.
As a band, Flippity Gibbet.
And yes, and that's why I dedicated it to, because he was a dear friend, and we went to see him in 2016, and we did have a gig together, but by that time he could only read the notes and couldn't actually remember songs, could actually still read music.
Wow.
That's how that came about anyway.
It's very sad. He was such a lovely person.
Again, though, this is a beautiful way to give a tribute to.
Let's have a
Let's hear
listen.
Sweet Secrets.
Sweet Secrets. You got it.
You're mumbling.
No, it choked up.
Secrets they run around my head. Some secrets better left unsaid. Moving like phantoms in and out. lofty and sailing low. My sweetest secrets you will never know.
Beautiful.
So
Absolutely beautiful.
the whistles at the end, and the string, the guitar play,
Thank you.
mixing with the guitar solo. Beautiful.
Barry's getting a bit choked up, so we couldn't hear properly with David. So it's very, we get a bit sad about that.
But your
I
lyrics,
can see.
the lyrics really, it really captures, what happened, but it captures it in such a beautiful way. It's really, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I noticed that in the description you mentioned the bass was added in the remix, and that really worked to my ear because the bass was almost like this tether holding Joe's vocal transport to actually the line drifting way up into the clouds. That bass really kind of was a tether to that. So I didn't hear a version without the bass, but I can't imagine it. It seems to be perfectly added there.
Oh, thank you.
Quite a few of songs we've taken and remixed with the bass, and also looked at the vocals and make sure they were sitting properly.
Well, they sat properly, and
Yes.
it's absolutely beautiful.
Well,
And Joe, were you playing like in the outro? Were you playing both the low whistle and the recorder?
It's probably
At
played
the-
and whistle.
both at the same time, isn't she
Yeah,
clever?
the same.
I've seen somebody do that where they have the two in their mouth.
I have been.
Miracle of technology, yeah.
But they blended together so well. I was listening. I was like, okay, maybe she's playing the recorder at one part of the song and the whistle in another, and it was hard to tell because they blend so well into one voice almost.
Yeah, I usually mix and match. I usually play more than one to blend, yeah.
That's the nice thing about recording. We can get lots of other instruments in, which we can't do live, obviously.
Quite often I put a harmony down over the recorder. It gives me a vocal harmony to go with it as well. Works.
Very good.
It's all trial and error.
Yeah.
That's the fun of it, that it's. We're not going into a studio where you have to pay by the hour. So
No.
there's like, oh my God, we're wasting. And you just kind of learn as you go. And it really, I think, is part of, I don't know, I can't imagine feeling like what I do would be my own as much as if I was somewhere and, I just stood there and they said, okay, go.
Yeah.
Good point.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I sit there with the Apple Pen, touch the red dot, start. Oh, stop. Go back.
The red dot.
I think quite often, but I expect you find the same thing. You record loads and loads of tracks and then just take out what you don't want. Keep what you do and take out a lot.
Yes, and keep bits of pieces from like, okay, I can't do this again, but I worked there, so I'm going to just keep this little bit from this one. Duplicate the track so it's the same settings.
Yeah.
But we send our music off to Jade to get mastered. And what we love about Jade is she's honest. in a
But the
constructive
group
way.
is honest,
Yeah.
luckily.
And on the Patreon, we get comments from the community as well, and they're all
Go back and
constructive.
do it again.
So then we go back and fix it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Which is good.
it is good. Yeah.
Fix your mix.
You get better. Yeah, you know. Yeah, because we listen to it so much, you get, you know, ear tired, I suppose it is, and then you need a fresh set of ears to come in and say, you know what, I think you should change that.
Yep.
And that's what Jade, the community does. It's
Barrie,
really
Barrie
good.
got the name Bulging Barrie.
Yeah.
Bulging Barrie.
Bulging.
That shouldn't be there.
Wow. Maybe we should have did the Pianists shutouts at this point.
That must be one of
With
those sweet
Featuring
secrets.
Bulging.
I wish you hadn't said that.
And there we go. The show will now get.
Just gone the other way.
Yep. Jack and Rose, the Titanic sinking.
Yeah, look at, of course, Lori's all lit up and DJ, you know. Bulging Barrie.
That was Coldacre that brought that one up.
Oh.
I love it.
So, Frank, do you have some more shout outs?
I do. Thanks for keeping me on my toes. I'm having so much fun in the chat here. I want to go play with them. All right. Rainfield Music did a beautiful rendition of Blue Christmas and Holiday Memories. It was so moving to watch this video of his family. It was absolutely beautiful, my friend. Cake on drums, Man with Misery, Paul, Slipping Sands, Dragon Orb Music, another fantastic artist, God Born, and Prince Prodigal, We Do, my buddy out of the US, amazing artist. So I want to continue with the upcoming events that we have. Keep in mind, I was kind of joking. I know exactly what we're doing on the next week for the 42nd edition. I appreciate everybody who's sending me original and cover tracks because we've gotten a great number of cover tracks as well. That's going to be the difference. We're going to create maybe 2 shows, but we'll figure it all out. But next week is going to be the Christmas edition, special edition, and we've got some beautiful music lined up. And the guests that are going to be on the show, I will announce throughout the week. Stay tuned, everybody, because Stay Tuned has an amazing premiere tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. I say amazing because the Tragically Hip, a Canadian band, in the last couple years of this lead singer's life, he's no longer with us, did some pretty amazing things for cancer. And he did his final shows, did a little tour, and he's one of the most popular bands, especially here in Ontario. They wrote this classic track called Ahead by a Century, and Stay Tuned has done a cover of it, and I can't wait to hear it tomorrow at 7 p.m. So please, if you take a second now, right-click, go over and hit the thumbs up, offer up some support, and hope to see you all there tomorrow. Doing for others, I like this section because there's so many others. I wish I could shout out everybody in our community, but these ones here are just so consistent and resilient on sharing everybody's channels and sharing music. Dan Anderson, Independent Many United, Lori's Mishmash, Leni Perez, Read Between the Lines, Rebel Rocker, Feisty Feather, DJ Big Red, of course, Crimson Crux, Queen Survivor, and Mike and Don Genesi, who also has premiere coming up soon. As soon as I hear when, we will announce it. I can't wait for that one as well. Let me do some mentions here. Lori's Mishmash every Friday night. She's got the Friday night hang. I'm not sure if she's going to be up this Friday, but I'll still shout it out. Anyways, we got Gary Hubbs, House Wreckers, Friday, 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 a.m. Eastern time. The Nut House. He was in here earlier. If he's still not in here, SE Wolverines did a real amazing show. If you want to get some different opinions on his opinion, his views, and with some facts on this drone issue that's happened in New Jersey, really amazing stuff. Neil's Han Dynasty, another fantastic, informative channel. Please go check out these two channels. Great community supporters. As you saw, they were in my premiere, and they're every week they're on this show. So please offer up some support and some really cool stuff they have on their channels. JM Unleashed, of course, another great Canadian, creepy and amazing artist who does sketches to music. Cubic Lover 1972, an amazing individual, deserves another shout out here. Rich New Designs, Dom Torregrossa and Chris Lane Sr., two amazing individuals. Wow, and he's right there. What's going on, brother? Two amazing individuals. They have their great shows on Thursdays. I think it starts at 9 p.m. Is that correct? I got to get some times right. So if you guys can send me a DM, I'd like to do a special shout out. And of course, Dom Torregrossa, please continue to support those amazing channels. I'd like to see the numbers get higher on those. We got Camp Chime every Saturday night. You got Mr. Smith, who's started to, I think, come back on a Tuesday. I caught a bit of his last stream. Charlie Gabaldon, he was in the stream earlier. Fantastic individual, great artist, another great supporter of so many. Valerie Bott, Axon Nacho, Guitar Hack, The Foul Crow. I caught him this morning. Man, some people, I can't do that anymore, stay up so late, but Falcro was a great show this morning. The Mix Club, how you doing, Rhett? I saw you here earlier. Another fantastic channel. We got Noura's guitar channel. Fantastic for those who are learning to, just starting to play guitar, learn how to play guitar. Easy play along, sing along tracks that he puts out daily, weekly. Pompeii Music, another guitar genius and guitar teacher. Rise of Dark Leela, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 2:30 at this time. Michael Songs, live Wednesdays bi-weekly, as well as Sunday's show. Please go check that out as well. And I'm going to stop there for now. And we can't forget, on Saturday we have Thomas Christ that starts at 6 o'clock. We got Jade Starr that comes in right after Thomas at 7 o'clock. Pete John comes down at 8 o'clock. And then we got our good friend Brad Example that comes on at 9 o'clock. And we got word from Brad that Folk Punk myself are for sure that we're going to be on Brad's last show, January 11th. I will continue to shout that out. I am so looking forward to it, because I've mentioned many times that Folk and Blueser, Brad Example, and Folk Punk were the three artists that really caught my attention from day one, and I'm so excited to be on stage with them.
It should be a blast. I had so much fun at the first one I did with Lilo, and she did the virtual campfire with Brad and Al, and that was just just like, oh my God, this is, I have absolutely no reason to leave my house. This is everything I need right here. Although, without having the internet as a bridge to
And
all
you
of these
lost your
things.
headphones? Isn't that the show?
Yes, that's the show where I lost my headphones. And basically, I mean, if it wasn't for that, where V contacted me and said, hey, can I cover that song, Indigo? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And that's where
The
we first
one
started
with my
working together.
headphones went flying off my head. Yeah, that song.
That one.
Yeah. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. And you know, the song that we have coming up right now is, remember earlier I said there was only one body count and one possible. This is the possible one. I don't know. I guess everyone will have to decide for themselves. To me, the ending of this was kind of like the ending of the movie Sid and Nancy. So I don't know. We'll have to. But
right.
we're talking about the song "The Bridge," and I
Oh,
believe the bridge was
Pink
from a
Pink.
paint. Was it from a painting that you had encountered?
It was Jenny.
It was Jenny Jolivet said they were on holiday and they saw this misty bridge and it looked really spooky. And Matthias said should write a song.
That's right.
Spooky.
We have this reputation, and
Yes.
so we did.
There's definitely death involved in this one.
Yeah. There's
Lots
probably
of
a
bodies
lot
in the
of,
river.
There's probably a big body count in this one.
So yes, not blatant, you know, but there is an atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was quite blatant, and Barry said no, and he kind of took the lyrics and calmed them down a bit.
I calmed it down.
Subtle.
Don't get carried away with this death thing.
Well,
That's what,
we picked this because I think it fit into that characters, and it's a great song.
Well, and it's like the spoken word and how it weaves in with the melody is just really beautiful. So
Yes.
yes.
And again, a bridge to this whole community, because like you had said, it had come from something that Jenny had said and Matus. So, I think it's a perfect one to connect from our shout outs to all of the community members to now something that the community helps to inspire.
That's amazing. A poet, and he didn't even know it. All right, so let's, are we ready to go hit play on this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's The Bridge.
From her feet, they do not touch the ground. The
to sound. I sense danger everywhere. I sense danger and despair. The bridge calls out its need. Close your ears to the sound. Do not take heed. Do not take heed. The day has been so peaceful. My mind it is content. The darkness is creeping in. The sun's warmth it is spent. Something does not feel right. I fear to be alone. The mist that is creeping in. Now I must be gone. Carried on the fetid air. Voices, many voices, crying out in despair. Tonight when I rest, the voices will deny my sleep. The voices crying out to me from the water, dark and deep. I sense danger everywhere. I sense danger and despair. The bridge calls out its need. Close your ears to the sound. Do not take heed. Do not take heed.
Wow.
Okay, awesome. I just gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Very cool. And you know, Viv and I had talked about when we were listening to this one, what she mentioned right in the beginning of the spoken word paired with those high harmonies.
Yes.
Just
done
really
exceedingly well, because that can be a difficult thing to do, to balance the spoken word with the singing. But you guys, was that difficult to sort of weave around the spoken word?
It wasn't difficult for me.
I love you, Barrie.
I was going to sing it. Why don't you talk? It wasn't happening, so I said, "Why don't you talk the words, and then I'm going to sing these verses over it, and then I put the other over that, and it seemed to come together. It worked. It wasn't working, and then it was. So
yeah, there's a timbre of your high vocals, Joe, and Barry's softer, somewhat grovel, but not really grovelly. But they complement each other. They really don't clash. They just really fit together in this kind of spine-chilling, haunting, danger and despair atmosphere.
Well, and they don't step on each other, which is like really impressive too. Because I think I've tried to do things like that, and it kind of feels like it's stepping on top of the vocals. So it was, yeah.
Oh, thank
interesting.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's all just pot luck, really.
Mhm.
Just,
No talent whatsoever. No incredible talent.
Yeah,
no,
you know,
just luck.
it's just potluck. Yeah, everybody's freaking out there, and they're saying it's just potluck.
if something doesn't work, so we'll try this. And I said, well, you're going to talk. You weren't singing it very
No.
well, so I said, talk it.
So there you go, see.
And
No wonder I don't like singing very well.
You were. It wasn't. Anyway, it came together. Thank you very much.
So you know, I had this really strong impression of an idea. This song would sound really cool from, I don't know if you guys know who Black Forest Cherry Pie was. Stanghol, a German heavy metal, played a lot on Thomas Christ's show.
Yeah.
Did a collab with PA even. And there's something to me about the gravitas of the German accent where I could hear this being done by, like, you know, with that German accent and the spoken words and like a heavy metal guitar. I think this could have life as several versions.
Do you speak German?
No, no.
About percentages.
9.
9.
9.
I used to actually work with Swiss German, but
I went to a school that
yeah,
we did French, German, and Latin, and I can't speak any of it.
certainly not happening. No, the English are very bad at learning language.
Well, it was beautiful as you did it there, and just the whole idea that it came from somebody in the community mentioning something, and then I need to go back and look to see if there's a comment that like Jenny left, because I imagine you captured what she was describing.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, mysterious bridge. So, there you go.
Yeah.
She probably wasn't thinking of people leaping over the top and down. You know? It's just ghosts. They're ghosts. It's ghosts on the bridge.
And it's funny that you mentioned that in the beginning of that, Barrie was singing, because one of the songs that we added or exchanged out was a song where Barrie was singing. We were specifically looking for something where Barrie was singing. So the next song.
Why?
There are many songs that he sings, and I said to Barrie, "We haven't chosen any of yours. So
I'm happy to be a side man.
True.
And
Yes, but you know, maybe it has to be the right kind of song. You know, one that you'd enjoy singing, like a pub song.
yeah, well, in the band, I used to get the pub songs to sing because nobody else wanted to do them.
you used to get all the high
Yeah.
vocals as well,
Yeah, I used to get the high vocals.
because
The other 3 members of the band had deep, resonant voices. And, so I used to get the squeaky songs too.
there's a phone call. If he answers the phone, the people think it's a girl.
Yeah.
Ask Russ about that.
Yeah,
Ask Russ. Good story.
I answer the phone and say, "Is Mr. Glenn there?" And I have to go, "Speaking."
I love it.
Very good.
When I had the shop, a customer came in. So I was speaking to an elderly woman on the phone, and and they all pointed at me.
Oh my gosh.
There goes Etriani with the bulging thing again.
All these sweet secrets.
Well, you know what? Bulging is a good segue to this next little part that we have coming up. The pianists and composers of our community.
Oh, I like this bit.
Frank, do we have any special guests waiting in the green room for this one? No, we don't.
Ugh.
I like this section.
Hey!
You know, all you have to say is the word pianist and
Bulging
composer,
Barrie,
and
penis.
she
Here
comes
I am.
jumping right in.
Sorry, Joe. How are you?
Hello.
Well, Viv invited me on. I'm not bombarding you guys.
She had to be. She had to be here for this.
That was good timing, right? I just like popped right
Yes.
in. I popped right in.
Oh God. Okay, there's got to be more puns coming.
I just want to say it's nice to meet you and
Bulging
Barrie
pianist
first.
popped right in.
Popped right in to the Bulging Barrie show.
The Bulging Barrie show.
The murdering Bulging Barries.
You know, Joe, every time anybody from this chat sees you in other communities, it's going to be Bulging Barrie.
This is how nicknames are formed. Yes.
Yeah, you can't
I love it.
But thanks to Joe, it's been resurrected.
And to think I dressed up like I was going to Grandma and Grandpa's house.
You look gorgeous. I love that outfit.
Yeah, you're looking very smart.
Yes.
Oh, very smart. Beautiful.
Enjoying the music tonight, though.
love
It's
the
been awesome.
spirit.
The titanium shaft.
So let's continue with the pianists and composers of this community. All joking aside, obviously you all know by now how I feel about the pianists and these composers in our community. I think they do a fantastic job. I respect the piano probably the most of all instruments out there. I wish I had learned more how to play it when I was younger. I really believe that many of these artists are under subbed and under followed. Some of their live performances are very little people go support, but yet I see many of these artists in everybody's premieres and communities and whatnot. So we created this little, it was actually one of the first segments we came up that helped create the Community Pulse, was introducing and shouting out the pianists and composers of our community. And today's behave, Lori. We chose Chris Durham music to do the backing tracks for these, and here we go. Please offer up some support if you haven't. Oh boy, titanium shaft. And then we end up with a high nippleback.
Wasn't in time to make
I love it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Please, if you haven't already, please go offer up some support to these artists every Saturday morning. Piano thing as a live show. And yeah. So that takes care of that segment of the show. I'm going to continue with the final shoutouts, which are the another unsubbed and not respected enough, as far as I'm concerned, is the karaoke streaming channels and artists that sing their heart and souls away. And many of these artists are all over everybody's channels supporting and whatnot. Miss High and Pendar, starting with them to Pegs and Pen show every Saturday night. Jovel de Bustis. Yep.
You know, I actually caught her show. She's in the Philippines, I
Yes.
believe. So her show comes on like early morning, kind of like Ron's old 5
Like Ron's,
a.m. for me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I caught it for the first time. And I've seen her around in the shows, you know, in the chat. Her show was so fabulous. That young lady's face muscles must be aching when she's done because she smiles the entire time. She is like Dan Anderson, just, you know, positivity overload. Just whoa. Really, really, if you're able to catch any of her stuff, even in replay, I walked away just feeling excellent.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
She's great voice too.
Yes.
I think I caught her show once because it's so early, but yeah, she had a good following too.
Yes.
Fun people there. Yeah.
Quite a few. Leah Ramos, Mr. B's Music Addiction, Deb's Wood Burning, CC Karaoke, Mama Rose Channel, Angela Tanzer, and Together We Are Family. And that does it for this week's shutouts. And yeah, let's continue on. Right back to Viv and JJ.
Yeah, so this
And
next
I will
one-
bow out since the penis section's over. I just want to say hello.
Taking your toy and going home?
I got something to do. I got to turn the camera off. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God!
I got to go smoke.
I thought Cam was home.
He is. Yeah, the door's locked.
From the outside.
Yeah, exactly. He's locked me in. Nice to meet you both. Great show. Viv and JJ, you're doing awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Lori.
See ya.
Love you, cuz.
So I picked this next one. This was, it was such a great tune. And then Folk Punk pointed out that Hetriani is actually in the video. I mean, and I was like, wait, what? I picked the one, you know, Joe and Barrie Glenn song that Het's in, and yep. So see if you can point him, see if you can pick him out.
It's in the beginning, about 1:10. It's a video cameo.
Oh,
That's what I said, Joe. When they sent me the little note. I love it. All right.
Wait, so they don't know what song this is yet. Should we tell them?
Oh yeah, we should probably tell you.
Yeah.
So we were looking for something with Barrie singing.
yes.
And
There's lots of
Viv
that.
found Peggy Gordon.
Yeah.
And I believe there were two versions, so this is maybe the newer version, which maybe was a video change. So this is the 1:10 moment with Barrie singing, and it's a traditional pub song originating in Canada. Was there anything else that really caught your ear, Viv? I know, because you said you're like, ooh, this is one we want to think about.
Let's listen to it together because yes, there was, but yeah, let's listen and we'll discuss.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Peggy Gordon, 2024 remix.
sit ye down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by thee. I dipped my head to a cask of brandy. It was my fancy, I do declare. It's when I'm drinking, I'm always thinking and wishing Peggy Gordon was here. I'm so in love, I can't deny it. My heart lies smothered, oh, in my breast. It's not for you to let the whole world know it. A drop of mine can know no rest. Far across the briny sea and sailing on the deepest ocean, where love nor care never bothers me. I wish he was in some lonesome valley where womankind cannot be found, where the pretty small birds do change their voices, and every moment a different sound. Sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so by
Beautiful.
I mean,
Yeah,
Barrie,
it's
I'm sorry to say, your voice is lovely, but like Joe's vocals are just distractingly beautiful. Like, like they are. It's mesmerizing, really. How, yeah. But that song, I think I picked it because, it brought back a lot of memories of just being in pubs in England and hearing, people just bust out and, play like songs like that, like pub songs like that with the whistles and guitars. And I just, yeah.
It's an Irish favourite. We were surprised to find that it originated in Canada.
Canada, right?
Good old Canada. Yeah.
Really? So I read that too in the description. Yeah. That's interesting. Do they have a lot of pub songs in Canada, guys?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
In the Irish sections.
Okay.
Well, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
Ontario.
Over on the right-hand side or something. No, east.
Right. Not in the tropics. Where you
No, more on the East Coast, you get a lot of influence.
Oh, that's the trouble. Otherwise, obviously they have more music.
We met a piper once, and very good piper, some bagpipes, and he had such a broad Scottish accent. I said, "What part of Scotland are you from?" He said, "I've never been to Scotland. I'm from the East Coast."
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. But apparently you get little pockets of Scots, little pockets of Irish. I don't know. I've never been. I'd like to go there one day.
There's not many pubs in Ontario. We used to play in pubs in England. People did, and there's a Cork town that have an Irish. We could go for sessions.
Yeah.
And there was another pub, an Irish pub downtown, which didn't sing anything traditional. It was sort of country music. We don't think we trad.
We went in there and we played, and the guy running the thing says, "Do you know anything that everybody knows?"
But
there is one the at St. Lawrence Market.
Oh yeah, that's Toronto, right?
Yeah.
I think on this song too, like on many, you guys have some trademark things, and one of the trademark sounds of Joe and Barrie Glenn is the mandolin being paired with a recorder. I hear that, and it's like that's Joe and Barrie to me. That's kind of the essence of Joe and Barrie.
He used to be a fiddle player.
I was going to say, what instruments do you both actually fully play?
Well, now it's I play guitar, mandolin, and bass.
And octave mandolin.
Octave.
He used to play fiddle because the two bands go together, but he was a carpenter, and that's he put his fingers to his shape. So he can't play fiddle.
Yeah.
He had a friend.
That's a closely guarded secret.
He did he try and get a way that he could play fiddle again, like a remake, stamp it on the back, or I would do one, but nothing seemed to work. He was determined that Barrie would play fiddle again. But,
yeah, that's pleasure's been denied me. Sort of when I'm
I could have killed him. I was really mad for doing it.
I would sit in the corner of the pub and play fiddle for beer.
Yeah, that was the idea.
And Joe, what all instruments do you play?
I used to play guitar. I play a bit of guitar. I play act guitar. Because Barrie played guitar, I don't have to anymore. Recorders and whistles, the whole set of each. So I've got a tenor, sopranino, which is a really tiny one, like a piccolo, and a soprano, alto, and then the whistle family.
I started
to
play whistle, but every time I pick it up and go, I'd hear, "Shut that noise off!"
Get back to spoken word.
It's because I was getting too good.
You're going to love it.
Bulging Barrie.
You get too good. Joe's getting jealous.
You're playing on whistle, aren't you? Yeah. I was waiting for you to finish work. I was nursing. I was always running late. He'd sit in the car park and whistle, waiting for me. Sometimes I'd keep him waiting open now. So Barrie started playing dulcimer. Dulcimers, and made one for my friend Assie and Aaron.
and he made me one. So he actually played that in the how I would just make that. There's another one you can add.
Oh yeah. It's the sort. You know, if you play the black notes on a piano, you can't hit a wrong note.
But don't forget the more spells.
Dulcims like that.
And I play stick bones.
It might not be the melody you want, but it's still
And you mentioned, Barrie, that you also, besides mandolin, you play something called an octave mandolin.
Yeah.
And is that the handmade instrument that you got in exchange for something?
Yeah, we picked that up when we went to South Africa about 8 years ago. And when I left South Africa, I sold my combi van and I gave all the money to Mervyn. All the money to Mervyn. And I said, here, make me a mandolin. Let me know when it's ready.
And what year was this?
Oh, this was 1980.
1980.
And I found him on Facebook. And I said, hi, Mervyn, how's my mandolin coming along? And he goes, oh, Barrie, I feel so bad. I'll make you one. And as we were going to go out anyway, I said, well, we'll come and pick it up.
So they put us up for a good time.
Wait, I'm sorry. You gave him all your money in 1980?
No,
the combi was worth nothing.
The money I got for the combi, which was like $500.
Yeah.
Well, that was 1980. $500.
I mean, that's a good chunk of change.
Yeah.
Probably about 2,500 now.
Oh, they're expensive now. Mine was just a panel van. It didn't have all the windows, the fancy ones, but great vehicle. We lived in it for a while.
Yeah, I do know that now because when I first met you and heard you, might have been on Jade's interview, I thought you said you lived in a cavern.
Yeah.
Not a caravan.
I thought you said cave. That's what you asked me.
A cavern, like a cave, a cavern and a cave.
Okay. Yeah.
And here I am thinking, oh my God, those are my dream hippies. They lived in a cave. But when
what do you think us Canadians are all about, man?
But when I told these guys that I thought that, they thought I said cage. And they're like, Joe and Barrie lived in a cage? And I'm like, no, a cave. And they're like, a cave? It was a caravan that I misheard as cavern. But all of that does tie into your time in South Africa.
Yeah. Best time.
Which is the fifth song that we chose.
Right.
A song for Sweet Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa.
Yes, which I think is a song I said it before, but it has so much joy, and the vivid imagery is like you can see the place and you can feel it, and it's just, so this is a great one.
And I do want to add, whenever we talk about South Africa, I can't help but notice, just the couple times we met backstage, you light up, both of you. Like it just must have been the most wonderful time of your life. That's the impression I get.
It was the most wonderful time of our lives.
And it is a beautiful country. It's a little bit politically unstable, but it's a beautiful country.
We met most friends, music friends, and we got to travel around. Barrie played in vans and just packed everything up and got in the van and went to the cave. And I suppose you always remember the really good times. We had some terrible times as well. We don't remember those because
we had some very sort of poor times, but we did get to travel around the coast because that's where the hotels we played in were.
Holiday Inn circuits, all around the coast and all around the coast.
There's
absolute that country is magic. It really is God's own country, bar the politics. But I thought they would straighten themselves up. I don't know if they ever will now. I don't know.
Yeah, and you mentioned that there were best times in your life, some hard times as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some lines in this, like reckless nights and wanton ways, that obviously hint at there being, you know, a full gamut of life experience. And the pictures that are in this video are so precious to see you guys. And this, you said, was 70 to 80, 1970 to 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love some of the hairstyles and some of the sideburns of the guys and some of the
I see
pictures.
Barry's whiskers.
Yeah.
We actually ran a folk club in Johannesburg for a while, and Barry, the owner called him moustaches. Grew down to
Yeah.
big side. Yeah, he was a hippie.
Very cool.
Ken Hippie.
Hey,
All right.
do we have a special guest popping in for another cameo?
We do. We have one more, but his camera's off.
And I was watching the chat. People were thinking the Het was playing on that. It was that AI image of a gentleman at the bar at about 110 that I'm like, oh my God, that looks like Het.
Resemblance, yes.
So no, he wasn't playing on it.
AI's been going through his photos.
Yeah,
he's got it on
maybe.
his phone,
Was
and
that the one
they've
with it where he's-
stolen it.
Falling into his glass. That one. That's.
No, it's-
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
All right. So this song that we have, I don't think Het's ready to come on just yet, so we're gonna remove him. The one song that we have right now is "Song for Saudi." Can you?
Safe. So it's
Safe.
sort of Dutch.
South Africa.
Dutch sort of.
Sid Africa. Pretty cool. Let's give it a whirl.
I love your summer sun on my skin, and your blood red soil on my shoes. I was thankful that you let me in, and my love you will never lose. I loved your sunny, cloudless skies with your cold, bright winter's day, and rejoiced with the first summer rain that drove the drought away. Reach out and grasp the day, not much time to laugh and play. Think on those times gone by, made me what I am today. I thought return to earlier times, with pleasures many, problems a few. Your endless suns and your salt sea time, and the friends we bore was new. Drinking, talking in the night, playing in the warm, still breathless air, so much to do, we're not done yet. There is time to dwell on the past. I can carry a cheese of no regrets. Still raise a glass, but time goes fast. Reach out and cross the day. Not much time to laugh and play. Think of those times gone by, made me what I am today.
I love that song so much.
It's such a happy song.
Oh, it's joy. It's pure joy. It's joyfulness.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to make sure I got Jade Starr in there as because I really respect that. When you find somebody who like you're so in tune together, all three of you, with Jade doing the productions and the mastering.
Did a lot of work on that one.
She did a lot of work on that one because
As
Barrie
well
Barrie always tried the drums, and sometimes it works and mostly it doesn't. It's just, I'll do it.
Oh, Barrie.
Oh, Barrie, that's rubbish. I'll do it.
And in the outro, in the beginning of the outro, there's a little vocalization. Was that Jade? Not at the end, the last word. No, that was one of you two?
No. It's
No, it was a voice. It was an app where I got these voices.
African voices.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not. No.
she could be saying something rude. I don't.
What is that? What is that last word? Begavila?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
Begavila? Okay.
I don't. I just like the sound. I don't speak any of the African calls or those. I don't Zulu.
And of course, Jade played drums on that one.
She played drums.
So apologies if we just insulted somebody's mother or something.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
Joe, this is very random question for you. Have you? It kept coming into my mind that there are certain articulations that you make with the way that you speak. Like a phrase or something. Have you listened to Bjork very much? Much Bjork?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. But there are some similarities in like the way that you'll put a phrase across, and I was like,
oh,
yeah, it's
no.
really interesting. Okay, I didn't think you had. Yeah.
The delivery of
The
the
delivery,
way the
yeah.
breath and the delivery, yeah.
The speech articulation, yeah, like
Yeah.
certain.
I'll
Yeah,
have to have a listen.
yeah.
I
could
wonder if
send you
Bjork
something,
plays
but, yeah.
plays like the recorder or something, because Joe's vocals in a way are very simpatico with the recorder. I don't know if it's the way your breath, being a woodwind player, translates into being a vocalist, but yeah, I wonder.
I don't know. I played it a long time, but
Well, just say that she gets a lot of her harmonies from record and vice versa. So it's
Yeah.
there's always this joke going around that they play it in schools, and it's a very difficult instrument.
Well, it is for good recording. It's like, I do a lot of handling with recordings, and we have a friend who taught me to read with recording. Alan Weinberg, he had working
We had this sort of
Renaissance band.
yeah, with trombones and things.
So very good. And I used to go there Saturday morning before I went to work, and sometimes I wasn't hungover.
After heavy Friday night.
And Joe, your recorders, at least they don't sound like they're plastic. The ones in school are just like little plastic. You have wooden.
They're wood.
Yeah.
The black one, the alto is grenadilla, and it's with ivory.
Oh.
The ivory's grandfather now, but I wouldn't travel with it because quite rightly.
Yeah.
I bought that in '72, and it was second hand. It was hand sold to me, so I really don't know how old it is.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's a lovely recording.
Yeah, it is. I treasure it.
Well, and I just want to say one thing about your music. Like, it's your songs are songs that you can listen to over and over again, and like you'll hear something different every time you listen, just because they're so layered and just there are so many different interesting layers. Do you guys hear it like that too, folks?
Very
Friends?
intricate.
Yeah, intricate. That's the word. Thank you. Yep.
So you do, and like I was trying to pick out if Joe was playing a recorder or a whistle, and I couldn't tell because it sounded like both, and it was a deep listen. It's definitely something you can do a close listen to, or a more just kind of background. But I think what you guys have been doing since you started recording, with multi-tracks, is you've really added maybe what you guys sounded like when you were with the full band, like we saw there in South Africa.
That was our intention,
Yes.
to because I always
That's
got
very
frustrated.
kind of you, Saviour. Thank you so much.
I always got a bit frustrated because I play guitar and I never got a chance to play mandolin, and I really enjoy mandolin. It's a favourite instrument. And so now with recording, we can do that and go like doing harmonies, so we can do that.
And it definitely works.
I much prefer the recording.
Assie used to be
bit
the
of
one
it
in the
than-
band that actually organised all the harmonies. She was excellent.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
band we used to play with in South Africa, and that the other guy, that's David, in the photograph.
The gentleman who's ill.
Yeah.
And was the mandolin builder also in the band?
No.
No, he skipped out of town with the $500.
You got that? Yep.
Yeah, I'll play in your band.
No, he's a lovely guy. He
Yeah.
wouldn't do it. Yeah.
And actually, maybe you got a mandolin even better because he was 20 years into his craft further when you got it.
Maybe.
Maybe
That's the first doctor.
That's the first one he made was Barrie. And what do you call it?
It's called a smooth talker.
Smooth talker. If you look it up smooth talker, you'll see his.
He makes
business.
guitars and John McEwen has one.
Oh.
Little Brick Dirt Band guy.
Yeah.
He has one of Mervyn's guitars, and he loves it.
Very cool.
Story too. We thought because the man Barry was having trouble playing the mandolin because of his hand. So the octave mandolin with a longer neck.
The strings were a bit stuck.
It would be easier, but since then his mandolin playing, his bank plays both now anyway, has a slightly different sound. That was the idea.
Cool.
Redesign my chords a bit. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Seems to work.
Yeah. Definitely sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
cool.
We're coming close. We're at the end. Don't forget we have Vince Janella is on right now. And we also have Axon Nacho that will be on at 11 o'clock. So please go over to these channels and offer up some support. Remember that the featured channel tonight was Sal Caruso, Unshackled Spirit. Once again, the link is posted on top of the chat there. And yes, thank you, Gary, for posting Vince's link that is live.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm so sorry. What is that? Like a long coat that you've got on?
Yeah,
I've only saw the top. I only saw the top. Can you please step back? It's like a.
Careful.
Oh, gosh.
What the hell? Am I liable on this show if something happens?
Wow.
Yeah. Be agile for an old fella.
So what? Let's just say we have to announce it. This is Metalhead Hippie did an amazing thing for Vivian Smiling, and where Vivian made some beautiful wool hats, handmade, and a bunch of people purchased them. There's no way I could with the Canada Post, but they will be up straight soon. Maybe winter will be over. But yeah, that's what Folk Punk's wearing right now from Vivian Smiling.
And I wore it outside, and it's extremely warm. It's because it's made with love. It's awesome. So, thank you, Vivian.
Fuzzy. One of the fuzzies.
Right, Amy? Please don't jump on that stool again.
Obviously, my sciatica is doing much better.
What is it called though? Is that a tailcoat? What do they call those? A tailcoat. A tailcoat?
It's technically a steampunk costume.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like tails, like if you had
Is
long
there
tails.
something called a tailcoat?
Yeah,
did I just make that
tuxedo.
up?
Yeah.
Tuxedo.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
the tail.
With the tail.
Frock coat.
What-
Frock coat?
Frock.
Stop swearing on my show. Okay, maybe you should all frock off right now.
I really loved your song, by the way. Your JJ and Viv.
It was
Haven't heard it.
beautiful.
Which? Oh, yeah, thank you.
The
Yes,
dragon.
I appreciate that. Yes, yeah.
I've heard it.
Thank you.
It just still, from the first time she sent it to me to now, it's amazing. You think after you hear a song so many times it wouldn't hit you, but that song still does.
Yeah.
And I do apologize because what you saw was my interpretation. It was written, about, like always, something completely different than what I envisioned it, but it fit with what I was envisioning. So yeah, beautiful song.
It definitely all made sense cosmically. Yeah.
Yes, and it fit into the story, the ongoing developing Rosanna jacket story.
Yeah.
No, it was there.
Thank you.
The community pulse is creating its own language. Rock, bulging berry, pianist, short black keys.
Well, we started on the first one with Chat Face.
Chat face.
Oh, yes.
Or was it Face Chat? Or which was it? It was one, and Frank wasn't sure what the name was.
Yeah, Face Chat.
Face Chat.
Yeah. I know what it is now. Do I? It's FaceTime, right?
I mean, you
There is
guys
a
are rock
FaceTime,
stars.
yes.
Joe and Barrie, it was super cool to be able to just talk with you and listen to your music. I mean, I'm a little starstruck by you guys. Like, seriously, like you've done a lot of amazing things. Those pictures are like the picture. I mean, you look like you are rock stars, but like amazing pictures and.
You've done
Yeah, exactly.
And he's in the top 5 of my favorite guitar players.
Well, you know what's so funny is I was thinking, I actually said it to Folk Punk. I'm like, Blackmore would have loved these two. Like,
Yep.
Like, the reason I started playing or messing around with the whistle is because of Blackmore, So, like, I definitely have a connection to your music that is very deep because it reminds me of just things that I've heard in places I've been. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys are really, it's beautiful. So happy to have been able to talk with you.
Well, it's very kind of you to say that, really. Yeah. Thank you very much.
And it is nice to get to chat to you all.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And
that you asked us on, it was really nice of you.
Oh, you know what? I've had a blast this week chatting with all of you. It's been a lot of fun, and this is why I'll never give up this show. It's creating the montages gives you that extra time to really hear the song, especially when you're trying to find bits and pieces that are going to match with the next one. And it's this is the pleasure is all ours.
Made it very relaxing too. It's very cozy. Living style.
And I mean, I'll say it. I'm sure everyone's thinking that you guys are just so cute together. You are. It's just. I mean,
and I have to say this because I know my Aunt Rose is going to be watching this right from start to finish. When I was, and we all know how much she loves your music and stuff. But when I was talking to her on the way home from work, it was like, "Oh, Aunt Rose, they remind me of you and Uncle Jerry, like they were the coolest aunt and uncle, and not that they're that much older than me, but it was just that feeling that I get when you're around. It's beautiful, and I'm so glad I got to meet you in person as close as we can be in person.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Well, I think I first met you on your music. I heard your song, didn't we? And I went to your site and I made a comment on your poetry. That was when you first came to Your Music Live. That was a while back.
Yeah.
Won't remember that.
Yeah, this community is just it's been amazing for my mental health. The gratitude I have for everybody in these communities is.
Well, I have to say that it is good. It gives us something to work towards, and it is mental health. It's something. Otherwise, we'd be stuck in this on our own. We probably would be at each other's throats.
You wouldn't look so cute then.
So it's it's all you guys out there that make it work.
It's been good because while I was working, I had no time for music whatsoever. It was just work and sleep. And as soon as I retired, we got stuck right back into it again. Yeah. So it's like this big break, and it's been good meeting everybody and taking advice and watching people playing.
And then we get to meet some new artists like Amy.
Yes.
And this is wonderful. Okay, I think we should call it. We can stay backstage after this show, but I'd like to not step on Vince's toes for too much longer. Once again, I appreciate you both accepting this offer. I've been looking forward to this for the past month and a half, 2 months. And it was a beautiful show. and
Very
I
much.
thank you.
Very enjoy-
Thank you, mods, and especially thank you, DJ Big Red, for allowing me to enjoy my time here and you throwing all the links that I would normally throw. I appreciate that, man. And great to spend some more time with you guys.
Yeah. And thanks for all the people in the chat too.
Yes,
Nice
thank
of
you
you
very
to turn
much.
up.
Yeah, and all the comments, lovely.
Yeah.
Any closing words, Viv? We'll let you close the show.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I mean, I think I kind of, I summed it up a moment ago. It's just
You
to,
did.
you know, just the caliber of your music is so high, and I mean, it was wonderful to prepare because I got to really focus and listen, and you know, like I said earlier, like the music is intricate. That was the perfect word. So that every time you listen to it, at first it's just the beauty of Joe's voice, but then like you listen again and you're just like, oh, this is actually really cool how things are, you know, meshing together. And so, no, just thank you for sharing your experiences and your incredible musicianship with us.
Viv, you know why I called you the singing sparrow? I'm referring to, don't you? The Cockney sparrow. Do you know about the Cockney sparrow?
No, but I'll find out. Oh, do you?
There's two things you have now.
Well, it came from a comedy series. It was called Sparrows Can't Sing. It's an old black and white movie. Sparrows Can't Sing. That's where it comes from, because you can sing. So that's my singing sparrow.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
The movie.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Have a great night, everybody. And like I said, you don't have to leave yet. We can chat backstage. And but I will close out the show with a wonderful artist from Australia. Her name is Liza Day, and she was kind enough from when she came on the show, one of the first that we had on this show, to allow us to use this song as one of our closing tracks, one of the two closing tracks for this show. And it's titled, appropriately titled, Family, and works great for this show. Thank you very much, everybody. DJ Big Red, love you, brother.
Thank you so
Lori,
much.
thank you all.
Stay kind and creative, everyone.
Thank you.
We are, we are, we are, we are. 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 Sister, brother, father, mother, we are one and the same. We are friends, chosen hearts, shared a force of nature. We are family, family, forever like a diamond, special treasure. We shine. Family, family, family. Are we not part of one another? Our love is gold. Family. We are, we are, we are, we are. Family. We are, we are, we are, we are. Family. We are, we are, we are, we are. Family. We are, we are, we are, we are. Family. Your life could get in the way sometimes, but no matter whatever, ever hot the cards, we'll weather it together.